Today, we are going to talk about 5 awesome spell combinations that will obliterate any dungeon master's most menacing monsters. As any seasoned adventurer knows, the arcane and divine arts offer countless strategies to turn the tide of battle in one's favor. The key, however, is not merely in the selection of powerful spells, but in the shrewd combination of them, layering their effects in such a way that will leave your foes reeling, their monstrous roars replaced with whimpers of defeat. These magic combos are not for the faint-hearted or the magically unskilled. They are the product of the greatest magical minds, intricate in their construction and devastating in their effect. We're talking about multi-spell tactics that will crack the armor of the toughest golem, outwit the craftiest devil, and even make a dragon think twice before messing with your party. So strap on your spell books, warm up your wands, and prepare your most arcane incantations. We're about to dive deep into the world of synergistic spellcraft. Here are 5 spell combinations that will not just damage, not just vanquish, but absolutely destroy the DM's monsters. The dark corners of the dungeon won't know what hit them. Do you know of any awesome spell combinations? Please leave a comment below. Number 1, Charm Person / Monster plus Dimension Door plus Feather Fall plus attack spells. This devastating spell combination is an elegant orchestration of charm, teleportation, gravity, and direct damage. Here's how you can execute it. Start by casting Charm Person, or Charm Monster for non-humanoids, an enchantment spell that tries to make a creature within 30 feet of you friendly. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for 1 hour, considering you as a friendly acquaintance. As long as you do no damage to the creature or humanoid, they will do what you say. Once you've charmed your target, use Dimension Door, a conjuration spell that allows you to teleport yourself and one willing creature to any spot within a 500 feet range. Visualize a location approximately 200 feet above the ground and teleport both yourself and your charmed target to this location. Since the creature is charmed, it is willing to teleport with you. Please note you can only teleport with creatures that are the same size as you or smaller. Upon arrival, you'll be free falling. However, you can use the Feather Fall spell to slow your own descent, letting you fall like a feather at a rate of 60 feet per round for up to a minute. Your charmed companion, on the other hand, isn't so lucky. With no protection from Feather Fall, they'll drop rapidly toward the ground, falling at a rapid rate. As they fall, they're essentially a sitting duck, unable to dodge or effectively counter while in midair. This is the perfect time to hit them with your damaging spells, like Firebolt. With the target unable to do any actions during the fall, your attack spells will land unopposed, dealing significant damage. Your party can even join in with the fun, attacking the creature as it falls. Once the creature hits the ground, it will take 20d6 fall damage. This is enough damage to kill most creatures. By the time you touch down gently on the ground, thanks to Feather Fall, your enemy will have taken substantial damage or will be dead from both the fall and your spell attacks. This multi-spell tactic is a shining example of creativity, strategy, and raw magical power at work. Number 2, Web plus Fireball, or other fire spells. This spell combo is a potent mix of entrapment and incendiary force. Begin with the Web spell, which generates a massive webbing in a location of your choosing. This terrain becomes difficult to traverse, and any creature within it when the spell is cast must pass a dexterity saving throw or become restrained. A restrained creature's speed drops to 0 and it can't gain any speed bonuses. The state of being restrained grants attack rolls against the creature advantage, while the creature's own attack rolls suffer disadvantage. Furthermore, the creature is also at a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Here is where the Web spell's specific magic shines. The webbing is incredibly flammable. If any part of it, a 5-foot cube for instance, is exposed to fire, it incinerates within a single round, inflicting 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire. Now, you bring in Fireball, or another powerful fire spell. Fireball is a devastating spell that causes a fiery explosion at a point within your sight range, dealing considerable fire damage to creatures within a 20-foot radius. A restrained creature, stuck in the web, will likely fail their dexterity saving throw due to disadvantage, meaning they'll take full damage from the fireball. The combination doesn't end with Fireball, though. This method is also highly effective with other fire spells such as Flame Strike, which calls down a column of fire from the heavens, or Incendiary Cloud, creating a swirling inferno that roasts anything within its area. After ensnaring your enemies in the web, you can launch a Fireball or another fire spell at the sticky trap. The fiery spell not only deals its normal damage but also ignites the webs, causing additional fire damage to any creature caught within. The beauty of this combo is the synergy between trapping and damaging your foes at once. With just web and fire, you've got a recipe for destruction that can drastically shift the outcome of any encounter in your favor. Number 3. Spike Growth plus Thorn Whip plus ThunderWave. Let's venture into a cunning trifecta of spells that'll leave your adversaries ensnared and wounded on a battlefield of your own making. First up, you'll want to cast Spike Growth. This second-level transmutation spell transforms a 20-foot radius of the ground into a dangerous, thorny trap. The terrain becomes challenging to navigate, and any creature daring to tread within it will take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it stumbles. This spell lingers for up to 10 minutes, making it an excellent tool for establishing an environmental hazard on the battlefield. Make sure you cast Spike Growth around the enemy in a place where your spells can reach them. Once you've turned the battleground into a prickly nightmare with Spike Growth, it's time to introduce your enemies to it. For this, you'll employ Thorn Whip, a cantrip that reaches out to a creature in range with a vine-like whip covered in thorns. Not only does this spell deal 1d6 piercing damage on a successful hit, but if the creature is large or smaller, it gets dragged up to 10 feet closer to you, and ideally, through spiked terrain you've prepared. Watch the enemy scream as they are pulled through the Spike Growth, taking an extra 4d4 worth of damage. Also, you can pull the creature within 10 feet of you, so the creature would have to take additional damage to move up and attack you. Now, with your enemy caught within the spiked battlefield within 10 feet of you, you unleash ThunderWave, a first-level evocation spell. This spell emits a thunderous force that radiates out from you, prompting each creature in a 15-foot cube to make a Constitution saving throw. A creature that fails this save takes 2d8 thunder damage and gets pushed 10 feet away from you. This displacement pushes the enemy back through the spikes, triggering more damage from Spike Growth. By using these 3 spells in conjunction, each round sees your enemy being yanked closer to you with Thorn Whip, only to be thunderously thrust back into the Spike Growth by your ThunderWave. This relentless cycle of forced movement through the spikes steadily erodes their health and disrupts their tactics, turning your battlefield into a deadly maze of your own design. Number 4. Hold Person plus Disintegrate. Hold Person and Disintegrate make a terrifyingly effective combination. This duo can take an adversary out of the fight in mere moments, turning even a formidable foe into a heap of dust. Here's how it works. Start by casting Hold Person, a second-level enchantment spell. This spell will paralyze a humanoid that you can see within range, provided that they fail a Wisdom saving throw. While paralyzed, the creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and automatically fails Strength and Dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. With your adversary held in place by Hold Person, it's time for the coup de grace, Disintegrate, a 6th-level transmutation spell. Disintegrate sends a thin, green ray springing from your pointing finger to a target that you can see within range. The target takes 10d6 plus 40 force damage, and if this damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, it's disintegrated. Now, since your target is paralyzed by Hold Person and therefore automatically fails Dexterity saving throws, it will automatically take full damage from Disintegrate. By employing Hold Person to paralyze your enemy, followed by a well-aimed Disintegrate, you've created a deadly spell combination. Your enemy's failure to resist the paralyzing effects of Hold Person leaves them a sitting duck for the brutal force damage of Disintegrate, which has a good chance of turning them into nothing more than a pile of dust. Number 5. Mind Sliver plus Polymorph plus Power Word Kill. Our last spell combination isn't just awesome, it's downright diabolical. With Mind Sliver, Polymorph, and Power Word Kill, you have the potential to convert even the most formidable adversary into a harmless creature before snuffing out their life in an instant. Begin the sequence with Mind Sliver, a cantrip that burrows into a creature's mind and destabilizes its cognitive capabilities. This spell assaults a creature you can see within range, dealing psychic damage and subtracting 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. This sets the stage for the following spells, making it less likely for your target to resist them. Next up is Polymorph, a 4th-level transmutation spell that can transform a creature into a new form. An unwilling creature must make a Wisdom saving throw to resist the effects of this spell. However, due to the effect of Mind Sliver, it's going to have a harder time succeeding. If the spell takes effect, your target could be turned into something as harmless as a frog, making the once threatening creature utterly defenseless. Lastly, once your formidable foe has been reduced to a small, harmless creature, you cast Power Word Kill, a 9th-level enchantment spell. If the creature has less than 100 hit points, which a small creature like a frog undoubtedly will, it dies. No saving throws, no resistance, just an immediate and irreversible cessation of life. This combination is not just about raw power, it's a masterful play of control, transmutation, and ruthless execution. With Mind Sliver, Polymorph, and Power Word Kill, you're essentially bypassing an enemy's substantial hit points and formidable defenses, using their transformed, weakened state against them in the most lethal way. It's a demonstration of the terrifying potential of arcane manipulation when wielded by a cunning and resourceful spellcaster. There you have it, fellow spellcasters, 5 fantastic combinations that use the depths of your magical knowledge to obliterate the toughest foes your dungeon master can throw at you. With these spell combos in your arsenal, you're more than prepared to face the challenges ahead. You'll not only survive but thrive, turning seemingly insurmountable foes into piles of dust, clumps of frogs, or hapless pawns dancing on your string. Remember, the true power of a spellcaster isn't just about throwing the highest damage spells, but creatively weaving them together to outsmart, outmaneuver, and overpower your enemies. So, go forth and let your magic flow, demonstrating to all the awesome power of a well-placed charm or a perfectly timed polymorph. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date with more guides, tips, and tricks for mastering the magical arts, be sure to subscribe and join our community of arcane scholars. The journey to becoming the ultimate spellcaster is a long one, and we're here to help you every step of the way. Until next time, may your spell slots be plentiful, and your adventures be epic.